guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are well. If you're new here, my name is Abby and I make productivity and corporate lifestyle videos, and today we are doing 2024 goal setting and planning. Now, if you've been following along on my videos for a while, you will have noticed that I set 2023 goals at the start of this year, and then I have been doing quarterly check-ins on these goals to see where we are at, where I can improve, and what I need to do to make sure I reach those goals by the end of the year. So today I am going to review those 2023 goals, and then I'm going to show you my 4-step foolproof goal setting and 2024 planning method. It is a method that allows you to set goals with intention and then implement these throughout the year without causing yourself too much stress or too much to do, so that this time next year you can sit there and say, wow, look how much I have achieved. I am super proud of myself and I am on track to achieve everything I want in this life. And of course, as always, I will be going through my goals for 2024 because I find this is so helpful. Sometimes when you go to set your goals, you just sit there and stare at a blank piece of paper for so long, kind of have no idea what kind of things you could even try to achieve. So sometimes watching other people's goals and how they split their goals out is super useful and can really help to get some goal inspiration and give you an idea of some things that you might want to do in the next year. So let's get started. I will be doing everything on Notion, and there is a version of my Notion template available in the description below so that you can download it and follow along and plan your goals. The version I'll be using is slightly updated to the one in the description, but you can still do the exact same thing with it, and it is completely free. So as I mentioned, first thing I'm going to do is review my 2023 goals. So if you are not interested in this, then please do skip to the 2024 planning later in this video. It will be timestamped. Let's do a 2023 goal review, guys. We're finally here, we've made it. If you've been following along, you'll know how long this process was. Okay, welcome back to my Notion. As I said, this template is available in the description below. So first thing we're going to do is take a look and review my 2023 goals. Where did we get up to? Okay, so as you can see, my goals have been split up into different categories, and some have already been ticked off from where I have reviewed them earlier in the year. I'm gonna whiz through these relatively quickly because the best part of this video is going to be the 2024 planning and goal setting. So, fitness, follow 4x 10 week workout plans. Didn't do this, have discussed this in my quarterly reviews, and basically just throughout the year I realised that my goal actually wasn't aesthetic anymore, and I didn't need to have these 10-week workout plans to set these huge aesthetic goals. Instead, I actually started doing more ad hoc exercises. I've done classes, I've tried Pilates and things like that, and I really got into running, and so I did that most of summer. So I haven't achieved that goal, but that is completely fine because I kind of changed my mind on that goal as the year went on, so that's fine. Run 10k, did that, ticked it off. Try 24 new recipes. I didn't do this, and that is so annoying because that is something I really did want to do. I just can't find the time. Like, it gets to the weekend and I do not have the time to go and buy all the ingredients for a new recipe and like cook some big dish. It's usually quickly make some pasta or quickly make some sort of food. So we've not done well with that, but it's okay. And go to a run club. I also did not manage to do that because I got too scared. I only added that goal in last quarter, so I've only had 3 months to achieve that. And it was winter, so I kept thinking it's really cold. I really don't want to get up in the cold. I still can do that another time, so it's fine. Okay, career, start big girl job, we did that. Improve my Excel skills, yep, I have done that. I'm so much better at modeling and things like that on Excel than I was at the start of this year before I started my job. And attend networking events, I have done that. I've made a real effort to attend networking events, and I've attended quite a few, I think. Okay, social media. Obviously, as you can probably tell, I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel and build kind of a personal brand, and this is what these goals are about. So social media, reach 10k subscribers on YouTube. Yes, I did that, already ticked that off. So then I set a new goal, reach 20k subscribers on YouTube, and I have achieved that. I think I'm on like 20.6. So we're gonna give that a big tick, which is really exciting. Anyway, have 2 viral YouTube videos. This did not happen. I had 1, and this went very viral. So I feel like I could kind of count for 2, but no, I didn't get 2. Post 1 YouTube video per week. Now this is a tricky one because at the start of the year, I actually did this really well. I think I was really consistent, but in this last quarter, guys, I mean, you can clearly see the videos are not on my channel. Work has been just so hectic, and I don't need to sit here and reel the excuses, but no, I haven't managed to do that in the last quarter, so I'm not going to tick that. Reach 100,000 followers on TikTok. Now, quite honestly, I don't think I've posted a single TikTok video this year, so there's no surprise. that that's not been reached. I have spent this year umming and ahhing whether I actually want to go back on TikTok. So I did used to be on TikTok 2021 maybe, and I built up quite a good following on there. And then I was actually really worried about how that would impact my employment prospects, so that's why I stopped. And now I'm kind of too scared to come back, you know, like, hi guys, remember me? Everyone's probably like, we're so over you, we don't care what you have to say. So yeah, I'm not really sure whether I want to go back on that anyway. I think on TikTok it's quite easy to fall in the trap of being too comfortable, and I am worried about what that could do to my personal brand. So next, collab with an inspiring creator on YouTube. I didn't do this either. It looks like I've not done very well, but to be fair, I posted lots of videos and I have reached a subscriber goal, so I am happy with that, but I do need to get my act together a bit in 2024. Okay, let's move on to financial goals. Educate myself on money and finance. Yes, I'm always doing little bits of ad hoc research. I've read books, so I'm really happy with how that's going. That's obviously a goal that I think will always be happening. You're always going to be interested in, you know, how you can make your money work for you. Well, I personally am always going to be interested in that. But we can tick that off. Start investing, yep. Be financially stable, yep, I can tick that. At the start of the year, I hadn't started my job yet, so I was so excited to start my job. I've moved out, I rent my own apartment, well, flat. I call it apartment to make it sound fancier, but it is a flat, in London. And the feeling of just standing on your own 2 feet is unmatched. Like, nobody pays for anything for me. Like, everything, I pay everything myself, like my rent, my bills, my life, everything, food. Like, I look after myself, and I just love that. It's such a lovely feeling of being like so independent and so like standing on my own 2 feet. It's just great. So yeah, be financially stable. We made it. And to pay at least 1 month's rent using social media income. Now, I could do this. My goal was to make enough to be able to do this. So I've kind of reached that goal. However, I've now decided that I want that money to be kept separate because I want to invest it back into my YouTube. So buying things like microphones, I want to buy better cameras, things like that. So I'm not interested anymore in using that to pay my rent. My salary can cover that. So I'm gonna tick it in terms of the goal really was to make enough to do it. Okay, Sunday goals. Now, quickly, if you haven't seen my videos before, a Sunday goal was a goal set for those Sundays where you don't have plans and you don't want to lie in bed and just sit on TikTok all day, but you don't know what to do with yourself. So it's a little task that you can do that makes you feel productive, but was actually enjoyable and actually use a different part of your brain that wasn't kind of academic or anything to do with your day-to-day job. So I did create an interesting piece of art and go on a solo coffee date with a book. However, I did not bake and decorate a cake. And I haven't done a winter clean out yet, but there's still like 3 days left of the year. So who knows? I won't tick it, but I could do it tonight. And finally, personal. Read 12 books of interest. Now, if you've been following along on my Instagram, you will see how I post these monthly. This has still, to this day, been my favorite goal of the year. I have loved every single book I have read. I have learned so much, and it's been so much fun choosing what I learn about. Obviously, in school and university, you're kind of told to learn XYZ, whereas with this I get to pick a book that I want to learn about, and it's just really fun. I, however, did not reach 12. I think I managed 10. Some of the books I didn't manage to finish and went over into another month. I want to tick it because, you know, I did read books every single month, but I didn't do 12. I'm going to tick it. Give time to skincare. Yes. Made a routine. Create a capsule wardrobe. Yes. In some of my what I spend in a month videos, I've discussed how I've started to make really intentional purchases, and I am slowly trying to build out a wardrobe of high quality clothing that will last and can be matched with multiple different outfits. So yes. And give time to haircare. Yes, I did, as you can see. So that is where I'm at with my 2023 goals. As you can see, I need to really get my act together a bit more with my YouTube. You know, I'm proud of myself of where I'm at, but I could do better. So now we are on to 2024 goals. If you have skipped this part of the video, then welcome to my Notion. This is where I'm going to be taking you through my goal setting and planning. So we are going to click into 2024 goals. Now, before we get into actually setting our 2024 goals, there is an initial step we need to complete. So as I said, the goal setting that I will be talking through today is a 4-step process. And step 1 is setting your 2024 goal direction. Now, it is so easy when it's the end of the year and you sit down with a big piece of paper and you think, oh, I'm going to plan all my goals out. It is so easy to get overexcited and just think random things that you're going to do that kind of do not contribute to your overall goal or your overall image of success. So for example, on TikTok recently, I've seen so many videos of people running marathons, half marathons, running 15Ks every weekend. And I've actually been so tempted to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to sign up for a marathon. I'm just going to run one. Why not? And I could so easily sit here on my big piece of paper and go, oh, I'm going to run a marathon next year because that's a great goal and I'm going to work towards it. But the problem with that is that doesn't actually take me any closer to my actual image of success or the big goals that actually mean a lot to me in the future. Now, that'd be great. And people who run marathons, like, you go girls, like, great for you. And maybe one day I will run one. But there is a quote from Oprah Winfrey that says, you can have it all, just not all at once. So yes, maybe one day I'll be able to say I ran a marathon, but I need to prioritize what means the most to me right now. So the best way to set direction is to ask yourself some questions. Now, I did these on paper, I didn't do these on my Notion, but the things you should be asking yourself are, what are your motivations in life? Now, this could be a list of 3, a list of 5, or even more. Just write down the things that motivate you in life. So an example of this could be supporting your family, or making a positive impact on the world, or just feeling good and wanting to be happy. Honestly, it could be anything. The next thing you want to ask yourself is, what does success look like to me? Now, success means different things for everybody. So this is, like I said, some people will run a marathon on their 2024 goals, and that's because for them, that is what success looks like. Being able to push their body to the limit, being able to achieve something that not many people can, and that's great. But for other people, that is not what success looks like to them. And if they ran a marathon, it wouldn't actually get them any closer to their view of success. So you need to write down, what does success look like to you? Now, this could be financial stability, financial freedom, having a big family, getting married, being fit and healthy. It could be anything. Once you have written this down, this next step is the most important. From the list you have just written, you need to now order those by priority. What is most important for you in the next 5 years? What does your success look like in the next 5 years? So, for example, one day I want to have a family, I want to have children, I want to get married and have all of that good stuff, but that is not my 5-year goal. That's not in my 5-year plan. So for me, that would be at the bottom of my priority list, because for me right now, the most important thing is putting myself in a situation that when that time comes, I can give the most that I can give. So I want to be super successful before that time so that I can do that. Feel free to pause this video and complete that. And once you have completed that, make sure to put this list in front of you as we move on to our 2024 goal setting. Okay, so now we are on to step 2. And this is where we dive back into the Notion, and we are going to click on yearly goals. Now, as you will see, I have set my goals into 6 different categories. Now, these are slightly updated from 2023. This way I can make sure that I am setting goals in every area of my life that I am interested in or want to develop myself in. I am just going to go through and list out my goals in each category. Feel free to steal as many as you want, but remember to set goals that are helping you achieve your view of success. So when it comes to health and fitness, for me, I personally don't really have any aesthetic goals. My goal with health and fitness this year is to really increase my energy levels and my general movement, just so that other tasks don't feel like so much effort. So when we go back to the prioritized list, health and fitness is on there. However, it's low priority. I want health and fitness to support all the other aspects of my life, like being able to get up early, being able to think more clearly, encouraging me to eat more nutritious foods. To make this happen, my goals are, I want to exercise a minimum of 3 times per week. One of these to be a run, purely because I want to keep my cardio levels up. I want to not feel tired when I do things, and I think that will help. I then want to try 12 new recipes. Now, if you did watch my 2023 goals, you'll know that originally I set 24 new recipes and I couldn't achieve it. So I'm going to try and set myself a more achievable goal, which is 12. That's once per month. And I'm hoping once per month I can try a new recipe. I want to go to a run club because I didn't manage to do that last year, but I think it's a really good way to network and socialize and meet interesting people. And I want to look into vitamins and supplements. So I used to always take supplements like protein, pre-workout, all of that good stuff. And then I kind of went through a phase of like, oh my gosh, why am I putting all of this stuff in my body? These additives, these thickeners, all of these things. But I want to look more into things like green powders and vitamins to see if they are actually good for you in terms of reducing brain fog, increasing energy levels, and just increasing like longevity in your health. Okay, when it comes to career and business, I'm actually not going to list these out, only because some things I think should just be kept private, and I've decided that my goals for career and business this year are just going to be kept private on my Notion. So then moving on to social media. Now this year I want to really focus on my YouTube and really take it to the next level. And so I'm going to set myself a pretty big goal and say I want to reach 50k subscribers. Now that is more than double what I have now. That is a big goal. But if I put the effort in, I feel like it could be achievable. If I make videos that are of good quality and are actually helpful, I feel like it could happen. Okay, with that, I'm gonna really push the boat again and say I want to have 4 viral YouTube videos. Now the reason I've put this, and I put 2 last year and I didn't even achieve it, is because I feel like I have a much better setup now. I know what I'm doing a lot more, and if I really put my mind to it, I do think I can create videos of real value that could possibly go viral. Well, when I say viral, I just mean like more views than the average video on my channel. So like, I don't know, 50k views, I would call that viral for myself. I also want to post 1 YouTube video a week because that is meant to be my posting schedule, even though I've not been very good recently, but it's new year, new me. And I want to collab with an inspiring creator, Min Wants. And the final thing I want to do here is enforce a video creation process. E.G. filming days, editing slots. Okay, well, to financial. So some of my financial goals I've again not disclosed because some things just should be kept private. However, I do have quite a few, so some of them I will list here. I want to continue to educate myself on money and finance. As I said earlier, this is kind of like a lifelong goal really. And I want to put min 1 action per week. So that's like every week I want to either watch a video, read an article, just do something that's taken me towards that goal. And I also want to educate myself on the economy because I just don't know enough about it. I also want to set minimum financial goals before reaching 25. And I also want to continue investing. So one of my goals in 2023 was to start investing, and I did, and now I just want to keep that up every month, putting a little bit in, just keep that ball rolling. If you saw my 2023 review, you'll see that I've taken out Sunday goals only because I feel like it was a nice thought, but it wasn't as effective as I thought it would be. So we've changed that, and now we've got self-care goals. And within this, I want to do an autumn clean out next year. Lovely. I want to continue to give time to skincare. And same with give time to hair care. And I want to continue to build out my capsule wardrobe. Now these should all be pretty easy to reach. It's basically just keep doing what I'm doing, but it's just, I wanted to write those down to make sure I really am. And then when it comes to personal development, obviously I'm going to put my favorite goal from last year in, read 12 books of interest. But I'm going to try and action that more so that I don't fall behind on my books per month. And the other thing I want to do is put myself in 1 uncomfortable situation per month. Can't spell. Now that could be anything from going to a run club for the first time or going to a new networking event with different people. That is an uncomfortable situation, but I just want to make sure I'm doing that often. Okay, so they are all of my 2024 goals, but we are not finished yet. Step 3, we need to make these goals achievable. Now at the moment, they are just little things on the screen that really I could ignore for the next 12 months and look back in a year and think, oops, didn't do that. So what we're going to do is we are going to create actionable tasks, and I'm going to show you how to do that on Notion, and I'm going to show you why they are so useful. Remember, you can follow along with this with the template in my description. It has this actionable task section. It may look very slightly different, but it has all of the same stuff. Okay, so let's take a goal. For example, read 12 books of interest. Where is that? Here we go. Right, that's the goal. and I'm going to create a selection of tasks that I need to perform throughout the year that will reach that goal. So often a goal is too big to be done in a day. You need to do multiple things throughout the year to get there. So to do this, every month I need to buy a new book. That is step 1, need a book to read. Step 2 will be to read 10 pages a day. Now, if I read 10 pages a day, that's 300 a month. I will be able to get through 12 books in a year. So let's put that to that goal as well. So now we need to put when we're going to do this. So buy a new book. Now that's every month. So I'm going to select January, February, March. Well, I'm just going to select them all. This is all the months. So let's just go through and add them all. Cool. That's every month. And then read 10 pages a day. Again, will be every month because it's every day. Let's put that in here. Buy a new book, that is a task, whereas read 10 pages a day is a habit because that's something I'm implementing every day and I need that to become natural. Right, now we have this here. We are going to go back out to our 2024 goals and we are going to go into quarterly goals. Now, when we click in here, you will see that we have reached now a breakdown of January, February and March. Q1, the first quarter of the year. Now, any actionable tasks that we have assigned to a month will appear here for the first 3 months. So as you can see, in January, I need to read 10 pages a day and I need to buy a new book. And you can see the goal that is helping me achieve and you can see the status of that task. Now, if I go into January breakdown, I can now split that up by weeks. Now, the way to do that is you click on table and where it says week here, you can assign a week to that task. So read 10 pages a day needs to happen every week because it's an everyday thing. However, buy a new book only needs to happen on the first week of the month. So now when we look at board view, you will see that in week 1 of January, I need to read 10 pages a day and buy a new book. However, in the rest of the weeks, I only need to read 10 pages a day. Once you've filled in all of your actionable tasks to achieve each goal, this will then be full of any tasks you need to achieve in that week for every single week of the year. And what this essentially means is you can't really fall behind because it's telling you every single week exactly what you need to do. And if you don't achieve something in 1 week, you can cheat a little bit and do this. You can just move it over. And then this continues for each quarter. So you've got April, May and June and so on and so on. So in order to make this really work, do go through and fill in all of your actionable tasks for each goal. So I'll show you one more just to make it really clear. So for example, go to a run club. Now, sometimes the actionable task will literally be the goal because it's that simple. So I'm just going to call it go to a run club. But what I can do is I'm not going to go to a run club in January. It's going to be too cold. Am I going to do it in February? Again, it is unlikely. First time I'm going to think about going to a run club is going to be April. And I kind of want to do that throughout summer. So April, May, June, July, August. So now when I go into my quarterly goals for Q1, I don't even need to worry about go to a run club. That's not on my mind. Okay, I'm not looking at my yearly goal list and being overwhelmed by how much is there because I've split them out monthly. Going to a run club, that's none of my business. That is none of my business until we get to Q2. Oh, there it is. Now I need to start thinking about it. So you go through and do that for each goal that you have. And then that is it, you're sorted. You've got your yearly goals and you've literally got your foolproof plan for 2024. I hope that made sense. It does make a lot more sense if you have the Notion template. And if you don't have the Notion template, it is still super useful to do a very, very similar thing. You could do it in Excel or you can even do it by hand, but it is just super important to break down your goals into little tasks and then split these throughout the year so that you do not have to stress about them or worry about them. They just come as you go. And by the end of the year, you're a genius. So I hope this video was helpful. I will be checking back quarterly on my YouTube channel on these goals to see how I am doing and maybe help you guys stay on track. I hope you all have a lovely final few days of the year and are ready and excited to slay every day in 2024. Thank you for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe. It will really help me achieve one of my yearly goals for 2024. So yes, thank you for watching. Bye.